Welcome to Pinnacle Performance Company's Fishbowl Friday with Pinnacle co-founder and COO G. Riley Mills and master instructor and editorial director Brad Lawrence.
Hello again. It is your Fishbowl Friday, fellas. Brad Lawrence and G. Riley Mills. We're here to get you going into the weekend. How does this work, Gary? There's a fishbowl here.
So everybody knows, but I'm going to say it anyway. We got a fishbowl here. A lot of questions, some from you sent in. We're going to answer only one and then send you off into your weekend.
Just one?
Just one.
Just one.
That's it.
Okay.
You only get one.
You draw this time.
I get to draw.
I drew last time.
I need the glasses. I need the readers.
Yeah.
All right. This one. Wow, I can barely read this handwriting. Do you have tips on how to build connection through verbal and nonverbal communication? Okay. You want to jump in with that one, or you want me to jump in?
Well, okay. That's that. Okay.
So let's start with connection.
Yeah.
So the word connection is important. Our book, Synergy and Sparks, we talk
Part 6, all about
three chapters all about the importance of connection. Yeah. There's a statistic in there that I think is really important, that 70% of an employee's engagement level at their job the variance of it is connected directly to their manager. So if the manager is disconnected, burned out, uninspiring, it filters down to a team. Weak managers equals weak teams. So connection, very, 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 very important. So verbal and nonverbal. So let's start with verbal, meaning the words.
Well, I was going to say, I think what's so important in building connection is a concept called congruency. Yeah. And when we talk about nonverbal and verbal communication, Albert Moravian, researcher from back in the 60s, check him out online. There's a whole bunch of data around what he discovered. But one of the big things was that when nonverbal and verbal communications all working together, the channels are roughly equal in the amount of impact that they have. Yeah. So I think I think in professional environments specifically, I think we tend to overweight the impact of verbal communication.
Yeah, the words. So the words that you say.
Thank you. Yeah, and I think especially with everything being virtual now and electronic distance, it can be tough to leverage some of the nonverbal elements of communication in ways that we used to.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, and also we can't forget that words have power. Words carry emotion with them, so if you choose the wrong one, it's really easy to trigger somebody, to make them angry, to make them feel the way you didn't want them to feel. So choosing your words carefully, I think, is really important.
Yeah, especially when you have a chance to go back and reread and edit. If it's an email, if it's a text message, especially if it's emotionally charged. Let that sit for a little while before you actually hit send on it.
Yeah, and I think your point of congruence, the idea that your words and your delivery have to be aligned. They have to be connected. And if they're connected and saying the same thing, that's when connection's going to happen. That's when good influence and communication will take place. So I think congruence is key for this person. The verbal and nonverbal has to be aligned, has to be congruent for it to be effective.
And there's a lot of things that can get in the way of that. Maybe you're nervous. Maybe the person that you're talking with, you don't have a relationship with that well. Maybe you're virtual. There's a lot of things that can interfere with that.
Yeah, you don't understand your audience. You don't understand what's important to them. Excellent. So there is your Fishbowl Friday for this Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next time.
If you'd like to submit a question for the Fishbowl, drop us an email at fishbowl@pinper.com. If you'd like to learn more about Pinnacle Performance Company, email us at info@pinper.com. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and tell your friends. See you next week.